There is a gag in Zootopia that is in such poor taste, I cannot believe that Disney allowed it. I didn't notice this until I rewatched it last night, but the rodents that Nick and Finnick are selling the popsicles to are all leaving the Lemming Brothers bank. And one of the lemmings breaks away from the line to buy a popsicle, and so all of the lemmings behind him in line instinctually follow him and buy popsicles. Because you know how lemmings will blindly follow each other, sometimes to their death. Except that's not actually a thing. And the whole idea of lemmings committing mass suicide when their populations grow too large is a myth that was perpetuated by a single documentary from 1958 called White Wilderness. This was a nature documentary about Arctic animals, and it was notable for having a scene where a group of lemmings is attempting to migrate and they come across a body of water, and in an attempt to cross it, they jump into the freezing Arctic waters and the whole group of lemmings just follow suit. Except none of that was actually real, as it was revealed 25 years later that 1, that species of lemmings doesn't migrate. 2, they weren't even native to that area and they transported all of the lemmings to where they were shooting in Canada. And 3, the filmmakers all forcibly shoved the lemmings off of the cliff in order to imply that they were committing mass suicide. Yeah, these so-called nature documentarians committed mass animal abuse and changed how people saw lemmings forever and won an Oscar for it. And despite it being debunked, the idea and stereotype that lemmings blindly follow each other perpetuates to this day. And so for that reason, you can't really blame every single person who uses that joke to know the sinister history behind this stereotype. However, the fact that it was used in Zootopia is in particularly poor taste because that documentary, White Wilderness, was produced and distributed by Walt Disney Productions, not a subsidiary, not an acquisition. This was an actual documentary, part of their ironically titled Real Life Adventure series, made under the leadership of Walt Disney. Now, the Disney estate claims that Walt was unaware of the method in which they acquired this footage, and honestly, I believe that. He was just the head of the company. He didn't have like a hands-on role for all these nature documentaries, and I doubt that those filmmakers let the leadership know their sketchy means of getting the footage. But it's still insane to me that the Disney Corporation faced no repercussions for this. The Academy did not rescind their Oscar, and 60 years later, Disney would make an animated film that uses the stereotype that they perpetuated, which is especially ironic since like the theme of the film is like not judging animals based off of the stereotypes of their species. And yes, it's just a quick little gag, but with all of the baggage that Disney has that is attached to it, the fact that it was included in this film is kind of messed up.